Freedom to dictatorship! Freedom to dictatorship! Freedom to dictatorship! Freedom to dictatorship!
Not making any sense.
Oh yeah, they did all kinds of sports. They didn't mention them at all.
Rape is not a sport! 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 Rape is not a sport!
Rape is not a sport!
Where's the sheriff? What's he got to say about the matter?
Oh God.
You had a lot to say on the news. You were coming after him, right? What do you have to say now? What is it with your daughter? Would you then keep it under your rug?
Some of them might.
Was your niece or your neighbor or me? I am a rape survivor, and I don't know how you all sleep at night. Have you ever heard of Bosnia Herzegovina? Have you ever seen the women who have suffered their lives being cut off in Africa from the Lord's Resistance Army? No! She came for you for help! She screamed for help! She laid there flat at your feet, nothing! And you go, and you have your coffee, and you sit in your nice, warm cruiser, and you let her suffer! I pray for you! You are godless and you feel nothing! How do you sleep? How do you sleep at night, knowing that you let her? Even when you fail, how do you
They got to get pictures on the news. On the news, yeah. They start everything on there. He did like that.
And by a woman and you say you love her, you say every woman you've ever known in your entire life, because you let her get raped and abused in her head. Try them all! Try them all! Try them all! Try them all! Try them all!
Try them all.
If you just went on the only wire here and in your one, two, three.
The sheriff kind of plays by him.
Yeah, but not like we can give him the mic. Give him the mic.
And where
we
were
can
they?
hear it.
And if there was one of these
How
was
convenient.
where were the parents? I'm here to support this young girl. I am against violence against women and rape as well.
Give him the mic. Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
Don't want you to.
Give him the mic.
He's not saying anything.
Okay, well, that says a lot too.
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
That's a good man. He'll make it right. It's been done.
Now that I may be able to hear some of you. Okay.
He took the picture, and now we're out to get you.
Specifically about the
You took the picture, and now we're out to get you. You lied. You took the fire. You took the picture, and now we're out to get you. You lied. You took the fire. You took the picture, and now we're out to get you.
Please come close. Please come close. Please. Oh, trust me, I will get louder. Hold on. I want to make sure everyone is close.
Check. Hold
Yes?
on, I'll get your mic. Hold on, I'll get your microphone.
Hold on, excuse me.
Check. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Check. Can everybody hear me? Yeah! I said, can everybody hear me? Yeah! Good morning. Give somebody a hug. Give somebody a hug. This is a hug peaceful fest. Hug somebody today. Thank you.
Hello, comrades. Can you hear me? Yes. Yeah? Okay. If you cannot understand my accent, I will use an American accent if necessary. Can everybody understand me? Yeah? Yeah, okay. Comrades, we live in a climate that says the violator is the victim of flirtation and mixed signals, and the victim is the violator. This is not so, comrades. Yes. Make no mistake, comrades. We lifted the big red rug. We saw the muck, and now we sweep the filth for Jane Doe. We must also take care not to delight in the verbal masturbation with which Sheriff Abdullah and his cowardly companions attempt to It is common knowledge that once a crime passes the state border, which is your river, right there, it becomes a federal matter. Am I right? Yes, comrades. This is not good enough. Juvenile court is not good enough. Enough people are not being charged for these atrocities against Jane Doe. Am I right, comrades? Yes? These villainous scum, like something in a Grimm's tale, drugged, kidnapped, and raped Jane Doe. They then transported her in their vessel of depravity from West Virginia to Ohio. She was then raped by those she trusted and believed to be friends. All right? She is the worst type of victim, the kind that lives. We do not pity the dead, am I right? We pity the living that still suffer. Yes? This is having a problem. We are having a problem. We must punish those that also stood idly by and let this happen. We must also punish the orchestrators of this sickening story. The debt of justice cannot be remunerated. Hold on.
Where?
Oh, she's right to always have a
Hello?
bullhorn just in case.
Everybody hear me, yeah?
Yeah?
Okay. Those that stood idly by, watching this sickening story unfold, as well as the orchestrators of this tale, must pay. The debt of justice cannot be remunerated until those that morally defaulted, the liberties of those that morally defaulted have been seized. Am I right?
Yes!
We can no longer give permission via our apathy, voluntary ignorance, and unquestioned compliance. We must not allow our small towns to become petri dishes for the culture of injustice and indignity. Am I right, comrades? Yes! There once lived a great orator, a son of Virginia, a lion of liberty. His name was Patrick Henry. He told the king that believed justice, dignity, and freedom were not incontrovertible rights for the American people. Give me liberty or give me death. So I say to you, comrades, I say to you, true patriots, give Jane Doe liberty or give us death, because if we do not fight for justice, we accept the blood of the victims who did not receive it as a badge of dishonor. So stand here as long as you possibly can. Raise your voices and get justice and liberty for Jane Doe.
Justice! We want 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 justice!
We want justice!
Okay.
Coach Reno's got to go! 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 Justice for Jane Doe! 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 Life, liberty, 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 justice for Jane Doe! Charge them all! 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 Charge them all!
Charge them all!
Adult crime! 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 Adult time!
Adult time! Adult time!
She's our daughter! No justice, no peace! 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 What? No justice, no peace! No justice, no peace!
What's your daughter have to say about how you're acting? The money keeps them silent. You won't get a word out of it. There's the camera. No.
Yeah, well.
No means no. 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 No means no.
no. No means no. Real men don't rape.
Real men don't rape! 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 Real men don't rape!
Protect.
Well,
Occupy Steubenville! Occupy Steubenville! Occupy Steubenville! Occupy Steubenville! Occupy Steubenville! Occupy Steubenville!
Guys, remember, here for the victim. Would you agree?
Yeah!
Would you agree? You are here for the victim?
Yeah!
We're here for justice?
Yeah!
We're here to occupy?
Yeah!
Peacefully?
Yes!
Hug somebody.
Yes!
Reno might resign. Is that true? Do I hear this? Reno might resign? Parks might resign? Hell, I've heard.
Reno, go! Go, 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 Reno, go!
Go, Reno, go.
Steubenville, where no means no and unconscious means yes.
oh yeah.
You're all beautiful out there today. Even the media, they're beautiful. The journalists are beautiful. Homeland Security is beautiful. The cops are very beautiful. Hi, Bella. Can we do a hug? Yes. And you gotta remember, we are here not for the fact of beating people up, we're here for what they did. What they did was wrong. Justice will be served, am I correct? They might not believe so, but justice will be served. How? We are. We are. The people will bring justice back.
Is watching! The world is watching!
Yes.
The world is watching! The world is watching! The world is watching!
What time is it in the world? It's Occupy Steubenville time. It's noon. It's noon. You guys ready for having some fun today? You gonna have some fun? We're gonna play calm. We're gonna be peaceful.
Yes.
We're gonna be happy. A lot of happy people here today. I got some stuff from some downtown bakery. I guess that's good. All right, guys, let's have some fun. Keep it peaceful. If you got something to say, come up. Maybe we'll get you on the mic. Maybe we won't. Guys, have a good time. Stay calm. Stay peaceful. Occupy. Welcome to Steubenville. talk about rape? On behalf of...
How many women out there have been raped? Raise your hands or shout. You all know it's a victim story, don't you? It's not fun, is it? You don't like being called a slut, a whore, or it's your fault, do you? No! That's right, that's what they did to her. She had no choice in this. Even if she would have said no, or even agreed at first and then said no somewhere down the line, it's still rape. What they did to this girl was calculated. I mean, I wouldn't even call it a date rape, because a date rape is where you're on a date, and the guy goes too far and you tell him no and he won't stop. This was planned. I myself am a victim of rape. It's been over 30 years. And I want to say, I admired this girl because she had enough guts to go try to press charges against her rapist. That's something Notice I'm not wearing a mask today. Because for 30 years, over 30 years, I wore a mask and I denied it. I was afraid to tell anybody because my rapist was a relative and I wouldn't, I knew I wouldn't have been believed because everybody would have believed him. That's what they do. This girl's got a long life. She's got to go to court. They're going to dig, her background up and everything. She's going to be humiliated. That's not fair. We didn't do anything. She didn't do anything, did she? That's right. They did. And what are they being treated like? No, they didn't even, what? Half of them got to play football? Yeah, juvenile court, they should be tried as adults. Adult crime! Adult crime! Adult crime!
That is an adult crime. So why are they charged with juvenile? Give a thought.
I have two daughters in my life. They're adult daughters. And, I wouldn't want to be a parent that have to go through this with my child. Like I said, it's taken me 30 years to deal with it. And, you always think, everybody says, oh, it'll go away, she'll forget. No, you never forget. There's always something that will remind you, even now. I still have dreams about it and what happened. It never goes away. So I want all the women that have been raped to come on up here with me. And let's do a group hug. Let's show the world what it's like to be a rape victim. We're not afraid of our attackers. Come on, ladies. More men. Not just
Group hug.
I don't know the victims out here or not. I think we all of us have been raped. We send her and her family letters of support. And we need to be there with her when she's in court. We need to help her get through this. Yeah! Woo. Even if you think you're a rape, come on, anybody. We got your back! We got your back! We got your back!
We got your back! We got your back! We got your back! We got your back! We got your back!
I don't even know if I was raped because I was drugged and I was catatonic, but I thank God for that. Scooped me up, and I didn't have to be there. My body wasn't there. I was somewhere else. So God help me, and I hope all the victims can become closer to God.
A rape victim, for a while, will pretend it doesn't exist. They'll block it out for a while, but eventually, down the road, it's going to hit them. And, they need to get counseling. They need to get some kind of help to deal with it because it's hard. Like I said, it's been over 30 years for me, and 2 years ago, my rapist came around my daughter and started making comments, and it brought it all back. And I would do anything to protect my daughter. Now, I don't know about anybody. I can't see how the sheriff out here can't. I'm not saying it's his fault. I mean, maybe whatever. But if this was his daughter or anybody that's out there and says it's the parents' fault for letting her go, come on, we're all kids. At one time, we lied to our parents, didn't we? Yeah! You know, you can be the best parent in the world and things are going to happen. You can't protect your children. You can't shield them. So you can't blame the parents.
When I was 15, I was raped. I didn't even get to choose the first time I had sex. I was drugged, carried limp. And then I reported it and nothing happened. They said that I just regretted what I did the night before and to get over it. So I did. And now I have 2 college degrees. And I put it behind me and I'm raising women myself. Talk to your daughters like they're adults. Teach them about the monster there.
These boys need to answer to what they did. But you know, these kids think it's to post these pictures on YouTube. It makes them look cool or whatever. You know, we can't have this done anymore. You know, something needs to be done with kids that are doing this. If we have to, you know, all write to YouTube or whatever to close these videos.
It made me sick. I want to say how proud I am of this woman for standing up for herself. And I know for every woman that has stood up, there are many, many who never stand up and never get justice. Please know that we have your back. Come on out here. If you have been assaulted, speak up. It is not your fault. It is not your fault. We're here for you.
No, we are not ashamed. That's going to be our chant from now on. Instead of get rid of sure, whatever, or whatever. It's we are not ashamed.
We're not ashamed. We are 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 not ashamed.
Something to say to us. Okay.
No profanity. I'm not going to stand here and try to convince you that I'm not the bad guy. You've already got your minds made up. What I'm going to tell you that the First Lady that spoke. The First Lady.
Let him speak. Let him speak, please. Let him speak.
The First Lady that spoke. I was hurt by what she was saying, how she was molested. And the rest of you women that come up here, it's heartbreaking to hear the stories of how you were sexually assaulted, and especially at such a young age. Yes, I do have 2 daughters, beautiful daughters, and I have 4 granddaughters.
Let him speak. Let him say. Let him talk, please. This is a fair system. We're going to let him.
When I come into this office, I made a commitment to myself in 1985 that I would go after those people that have raped or those people that have sexually abused our young children. In the last 28 years, me and my officers, Captain Bell, have arrested over 200 plus individuals for sexually abusing children. And we taught our children about strangers all the time. Of the nearly 250 plus or close to 300 people that we have been arrested, not one was a stranger. As these people said behind, it was someone they knew. We've arrested fathers and grandfathers and stepfathers and moms' boyfriends. And some of these mothers that bring these boyfriends in their house and they abuse their children. We've arrested school teachers.
Okay, let him talk, please.
The most difficult thing.
Hold on.
Let me say something. I go into schools and have been for the last many years talking with children about sexual abuse and strangers. And now I have to go into schools and tell these children that are 3rd grade or 4th graders, it's not just strangers. It's someone you may know. And they probably think, well, the sheriff's crazy when I say it could be your grandpa or your dad or your cousins. The most difficult thing, and I'll end this, the most difficult thing for me to do is to sit and listen to a 3 or 4-year-old child tell you what an individual did to them. It's like taking a knife and sticking it in your heart and twisting it. It's difficult. And of all the people that we have arrested have been convicted. And when the woman said she would like to take that knife, I would like to be able to do things with these individuals that have molested these children, but I can't do that.
Thank you, sir. Can I get another hug?
First time I saw that was 3 days ago.
Okay, I just want to make it straight. I'm not trying to set him up. I'm just asking. I just want his...
You can believe me or not believe me. You're going to believe what you want to believe. I saw it 3 days ago. We were aware that there was a video out there like that. Steubenville Police Department had that in their possession in August. It's a disgusting video, but I never saw it until 3 days ago.
Real quick, hold on, real stuff. Hey. Can you tell us your first reaction to the video?
It was, regardless, it was disgusting, it's nauseating, it's sickening. Like I said, you can't arrest somebody for being stupid, but when I hear, can I finish? When I'm hearing on the video, she's as dead as Kaylee Anthony, or she is dead as Trayvon Martin, or if it was my daughter, I would let her leave her dead. Disgusting is what I said it was, and I said it again the same day today.
Thank you, sir. Let's hear it for Abdullah. Thank you. Yeah, hit the music, DJ. Let's hang out for a minute. Eat some pizza, just chill. We'll get some speakers, guys. Clean up the town. Be cool.